Hey there, folks. Ny'ardbert has returned, and we're here to wrap up the warrior questline. Or at least 2 out of the 3. If we don't hit level 50 by the end of the second one, I might still have to do a brief side quest or something to get that last little smidgen of experience. But, for now, let's see what Curious Gorge has for us today. Hello again, my friend. It's quite obvious that you've been anything but idle in your training since last we met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly. It also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of the city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regimens. These are the self-same techniques I have been instructing you in, Ny'ardbert, one which calls upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid the blame for these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it. Or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribes succumb to the rage that the chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales are mere falsehoods? Stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. While I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again I lose myself in history and forget the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade from the Company of Heroes, and the great woolly beast we had been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss ponds of salt on the wound, fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see that warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Ny'ardbert, we will win back our proud name. Now, let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. To Ny'ardbert. So that one's clearly the leaves. What's that one about? Treasure hunts. Oh, okay. Now is not really the time for this. Fuck it. When else will it be? Fancy yourself a romantic friend? Do you often find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of storied relics left behind by the heroes of yore? Yes, you say? Then do I ever have a proposal for you? I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now, I assure you this gets better. Who most eagerly regaled me, from what I could gather amidst slurred speech and copious amounts of spittle, that is, with the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. I don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my ale-addled brain. What I do remember is that the fellow mentioned striking out at first light for Raincatcher Gully to visit a miner friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I reckon you might still find me there. Why are you telling me this? Oh. She's chirping the other two from PDA. Can't those two find an inn or something? I have to watch them cuddle and coo for even a moment longer. I'm likely to lose my mind. At least I could comfort myself in knowing that it won't be long before the flames of their precious romance gutter and their sweet nothings turn to grousings and grumblings, invectives, and the inevitable death threats. Just like a friend of mine. Not a particularly close friend, mind you. More like an acquaintance of an acquaintance. A stranger, really. I can't even recall the poor girl's name, but she was far too good for that muscle-bound goob was ours. That's... You've got a lot going on, ma'am. But I do have bad news. I don't think they ever go away. Alright, let's do the class quest first. My friends, Ny'ardbert is much obliged for your aid. Fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any manned defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I will secure the western gate. Ny'ardbert, you defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we return here to back up the captain. Got it, Ny'ardbert? Alright, Gorge. Ny'ardbert, was it? I'll stand guard here. You head north and cut the monsters off at the pass. That's a big one. Ah, raptors. Come at me. Oh, there's more. Alright, at the end? Oh, there's more. I wonder what has all these critters so riled up in the first place. Alright, we were successful, Captain. Thank the 12 you're safe. We've need of your skills yet. I just heard a scream, and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me. You monster! Get away! Get away! Monster? But I... Come no closer, Ny'ardbert. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. Look what you did now, kid. You hurt his feelings. Okay. You have no lines, so you're either okay or in shock, so. Whatever has gotten into Curious Gorge? Tis true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts, he thinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious Gorge that Ny'ardbert is indebted to him for his aid. Alright, before I go back, though, I am going to head over to Raincatcher Galley and speak with the Diligent Digger. What's up, dude? Hidden treasures? Another gill-crazed greenhorn reeled in by Eldwine's tall tales, eh? Yeah, Eldwine, that's the daughter and fool's name. Though mind ye, I've not known him to limit his consumption to any one type of brew. I saw him just the other day. I did, clutching some tattered piss-yellow parchment like it was made of solid mithril. This is my ticket to fortune, he blabbered. Not half so eloquently, mind ye, before stumbling out the tavern doors and promptly falling flat in his mug like as not. Did I see the map for myself, you say? Did I ever? Or the fool shoved it in my face so many times that I swear the mold left the pages to take up residence in the nostrils. It was a mess of blue and brown splotches that Eldwine swore was Camp Bronze Lake with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are you? Take my word, you'll find naught but a sorry drunkard and a sack of broken dreams. Okay, I'll probably head there later. I can't remember where the relative layout of like the ferry and Crystal del Sol is, whether it would be faster to take the ferry or teleport, but it's right here, so let's do the ferry. Oh, it's right nearby. Okay. Whee! Hey, bud. The town says they're sorry and thankful for your help, and it was just a little kid that got spooked. Ny'ardbert, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that to the layman's eye, it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that led weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that is the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Ny'ardbert, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me, as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies, and you, your training. I hope to have something new for the both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. I got a mithril badge. Okay, so that is the second half of the AoE combo, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, interesting. It leaves a buff behind. That's cool. Welcome back again, my friend. I was wondering when your travel would bring you back this way. It just so happens that I have some exciting news. I finally uncovered the clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the lost armor of my ancestors. As it turns out, after the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountaintops, 5 of his pupils set out to recover them, intending to restore their master's name. What is more, they were actually successful in the search. However, when it came to reuniting the set, the armor's great power began to work upon their minds, and not one could bring himself to relinquish his peace. Realizing then that their master's fatal pride was born of the artifact's combined influence, the pupils resolved to keep the pieces separate, and to share between the 5 the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each of them carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say that years later, prior to death, each of the pupils returned to the scene of his own greatest victory, and buried the artifact in his possession in a final attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. And it is there that the pieces still rest. You may be interested to know that the armor I wear is itself a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors, identical in all respects, save for its lack of the arcane enchantments that adorned the original. I know what you might be thinking. If we were to bring the 5 pieces together once more, what would prevent us from being corrupted in the same fashion? Well, I've thought of that. What we need only do is trace the runes we find on the armor onto every piece of warrior gear. That way, there'd be no need to worry about a single proud fool becoming drunk on his all-surpassing power, as every warrior in the realm would be possessed of the self-same might. It's quite brilliant, if I do say so myself. So how about we split up and begin the search straight away? 3 of the locations seem quite self-evident. I would entrust the search to you while I track down the other 2 with tome in hand. One piece is said to be buried... Oh, that must be the Curtis map. The Quarrel map. Oh, the big behemoth. Somebody has the collector's edition. Can't get a good shot of behemoth though, because it's underwater. Now, one piece is said to be buried under the great rocks of Boulder Downs in Curthis, while another slumbers peacefully at Camp Tranquil in the South Shroud. The last of the 3 rests untouched at Parada's Peace in western Thanalan. Unearth these 3 relics and bring them to me. With any measure of fortune, I'll have tracked down the remaining 2 by the time of your return. Alright, so first, let's go to Upper Lanasia and cash in the treasure thing as well as unlock the Wanderer's Palace. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do this fight. Use the XP. Fun little quirk of the fate system. The amount of credit you get for participating in it is measured by enmity. So, like, not specifically damage or specifically, like, the amount of healing done. It's just how much, basically, how much aggro you hold. Which means that if tanks have their tank stance on, it's significantly easier to get the gold rank on the fates. That's really only relevant when there's like more people participating, but is that a neat little piece of trivia? Abazi Tarazi? You're one of Eileen's, aren't you? Helen's got a ghost in her attic, you know. Keep sending other venturers to that damn place she calls a palace, thinking you're gonna bring her feller back. There's 7 of us that day. One of them her feller. My best friend was another. As soon as we walked in, a tomberry attacked. It was dark and we couldn't get purchase on the floor if it was covered in a lake of slime and in blood. There's more there to say. Only Eileen and I made it out by the grace of the 12. Everyone else is dead. I think I'd leave him behind. Leave my brother by another blood if I hadn't seen what the tomberry left. I saw no treasure there. Only death. I've said my piece. You still want to see for yourself? That's your business. I'll ferry you there, but my adventure days are over. I'm the boatman of this lake. She thinks they all live, you see. All 5 of them hiding from the tomberry somewhere in the palace. She tried to flee the infirmary. She told folk about her friends needing rescuing. Then she got sly. Poor lost Eileen. That is grim. We're not going to do it right now, because I think it's actually a level 50 dungeon, so I couldn't go in even if I wanted to. Yeah. But, if you guys would like to see the Wanderer's Palace, let me know, and I could put it in a future section. Otherwise, I'll probably end up running it at on my own time at some point. Hey there, Eldwine. Who goes there? Wait, don't tell me. You come to help all Eldwine dig for buried treasures. Well, I'll have you know I'm faring just fine by myself. Just look at that beauty over there. Not that I could blame you for being jealous of my vast riches. Like for ye, I'm feeling generous today. So here's the deal. I'll give you the honor of opening my latest discovery. That's right, for one precious moment, you walk in the shoes of Eldwine, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Go on now. Casket won't bite or nothing. Shabby casket. Alright. Walk on the treasure coffer at trap springs, releasing a powerful musk in the air. Oh. This is potentially a real thing. Oh, there's only 2. It said up to 4. Alright. You retrieve a tattered coin purse and a broken bottle from the casket. Here you go. 7 hells. Where did those nasty buggers come from? Why, I've had my trusty pickaxe with me. I'd have split their skulls clean in 2. How in the world do those things go, anyway? Housing but a pittance of coins, this threadbare trifle represents the contents of Eldwine's treasure discovery in full. A broken bottle recovered from the open treasure coffer. A viscous substance gives off a sickeningly sweet odor. What's this? Look, Old Wine had the finest Eosia has to offer from the drowning wench to Buscaron's druthers, and he ain't seen nothing like Great Paragod's God. It's a trap, that's what it was. Opening the casket shattered this here bottle. This foul slop poured out. Learn 'em nasty buggers with its stink. Told you to be more careful. I hand over the loot. May have opened the casket, but old Eldwine did the dirty work. Wait, that's it? Gave me everything. I got more last time. It sold me undergarments for grog money. You aren't hiding nothing from me, are you? Not really. Well, looks like I've got no choice. Just gotta go out in search of bigger and better treasures. Not the same treasures, of course. Can't hold your hand forever. So sit back and let old Eldwine, that's me, impart to ye a proper trove of knowledge on treasure hunter Rerun. Firstly, you find yourself a map. Once you have your map, and you decipher it. This means you look at it nice and good like. Then when you figure out where the treasure's hiding, you can go there and dig it up. Sounds simple enough, you say? Ha! I might make it look easy, but I assure you it ain't. I, treasure hunter ring, demands sharp eyes and a sharper mind. So don't be discouraged. Hone your skills like old wine, and the treasures are sure to follow. Now, if you excuse me, my throat's feeling dry. This won't even buy me a swig of the one's cheapest grog. What's the man to do to drown his sorrows? Alright, now if I get a map, I can decipher it, and it'll show me a place, and then I go to there, and then I use the dig option to dig. But cool, that's that. So, 4 places nearby are Boulder Downs, Camp Tranquil, and Parata's Peace. Before I leave, though, I'm in Upper La Nausea. Is there anything in my hunting log for that? There is. Okay, I am going to cut here and chase down some of those random critters, and then when I come back, we'll have teleported to one of those places, whichever one I end up choosing. Oh, and we'll have completed this fate. Alright, we are in Western Thanalan. It's going to be a bit of a hike, but I've marked down where Parata's Peace is. And it's past Vesper Bay. So we're heading on over there now. I just haven't unlocked it. I remember vaguely there being a quest in this area that on my main I just like walked past every time I came through here. And it's like, I'm not doing that one. Because it was one of those like, you don't actually get a marker on your map. It's just, you gotta figure it out by the riddles. And so, I'm not sure if that's because I haven't unlocked it yet, or if they just like got rid of that quest or moved it somewhere else. Do we want to just mess around with some of these? I'm not feeling like fighting Imperials right now. We're going to be doing plenty of that later. That's a big frog. Found relic boots. Alright, next up is Camp Tranquil. Although before I teleport, I should take a quick look at my log. Anything else I want to spend that on? Southern, Eastern. Okay, no. Alright, to Camp Tranquil. Alrighty. I'm going to salad. You know, a swamp seems like a less than ideal place to keep an old wooden chest. Okay. Anything in the South Shroud? Ooh, Red Belly Larcener on the upper paths. Okay. So I'm going to go kill those, and then I'll cut back when I teleport to Boulder Downs. That paths are just fucking everywhere. Okay, cool. Alright, there's some red bellies. Ah, there we are. Larcener. And then I'll just clear out the rest of this camp while we wait for the others to respawn. There's more Larceners. Yeah, get over there. I need another Larcener. Larcener is a real fancy word for just thief. This is one of the ones you need a bunch of players for, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not going to try this one. Alright, Boulder Downs. I think they said that was with Perthus. Okay. So we've arrived in Kurthus. We're gonna head over to Boulder Downs in order to secure the third piece of the armor. Probably gonna have to do a little bit of a side quest at some point in order to fill out the rest of that hunting log to get to level 50, because I don't think this quest is going to give enough. But we are pretty close. If you look at the XP bar down there. Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this one. That's a big one. No, it's not nothing. I like this person's fishing outfit. It's cute. What is it? Oh, it's a raincoat. That's very cute. I wonder if that's like a reward for something, or like one of the DLC things. Ah! Another fate! That's just well placed. just had an encounter where I'm like, I should have done this earlier. So I'm remembering this time. Oh, yeah. So that would probably actually get me to the threshold if I did one more fate. Not because of the fate itself, but the achievement associated with it. Or the challenge log entry, rather. What's back here? Oh, you're all the way up. Whoa! Okay. While I'm here, is there anything nearby? Not on purpose. Alright, back to Costa del Sol then. Okay. So this last fate, and then that should get us close enough. Oh, I'm not in the fate. That'll do it. Buried in a pile of meat. god, there's so many of them. Oh, okay. It was just giving bonuses for the other thing. Alright, yeah, that'll get us in range. So now when we get to go redeem our quest with Curious Gorge, that'll put us over the edge to 50, I think. Or be real close, at least. Ooh, that's a very powerful bird. How fares your search, Ny'ardbert? Have you found aught of my tribe's ancient relics? Should you have the 3 pieces of armor, don them and show them to me. I did not realize they were in my equipment. There you go. I come bearing boots, pants, and gloves. Ah, Ny'ardbert, that you found the gear is most gratifying. What I would truly fancy would be to see... I am in it. Oh, to see you in it. Oh, there we go. Wait, stand still for a moment. The armor so becomes you that I could not tell you had it on at first glance. But now I can have no doubt. I sense the power of the runes inscribed on each piece resonating with your soul crystal. This is the long-lost armor of the warrior. I, too, have found one of the relics, but I've run into an unexpected rub. When I donned the piece, I felt nothing, as if the lost treasure were no different from the unadorned replicas already in my possession. Whether the power has been lost to it, or must needs be awakened by means yet unknown to me, this I cannot say. The ancient texts still hold many mysteries beyond my ability to decipher. And before I forget, I should mention to you that I did indeed track down another piece before I was waylaid by this current conundrum. You should find it sealed away at Red Mantis Falls. Okay, that's not far. Before I try to walk all the way around, is it... Where is the actual location for this? It's over there. Yeah, let's go to Wineport and walk from there. Alright. Here we go. Oh hey, there's a Red Mantis at Red Mantis Falls. Who'd have thought? Ooh, I got the chest piece. Oh no, that was the hat. In the tiny picture, it looked like it was the chest piece. I'm sure I will show the hat. There's something that looks better with that. Yeah, we'll just stick with the ones with the best stats for now. Alright. How far is the dock? It's not super far. Hello, bring me across, please. So you've got the chest plate then. I see your search was a fruitful one. I'm pleased to say I've also gleaned some insight into why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derives its power from a concordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beast of the wearer. My own resonance with the plating was too weak to allow a proper connection with it. And now I think I know why. My soul crystal. It once burned bright like yours, but since the events at Wineport, it has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened, I cannot say, but the tome is quite clear about what could happen were the powers of the armor to be bestowed upon one whose soul is weak. The inner beast would devour the mind of the wearer, who would go on a mindless rampage that would end only with the mercy of death. Yes, not unlike the crazed fiends we battle. I believe that the armor sensed my weakened state, foresaw the potential for danger, and then knowingly shut off its powers to me. I dare say we are fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this juncture. I must tell you, I left this final piece of the armor where I found it. The breastplate, as the piece closest to the warrior's heart, has powers far greater and more dangerous than the other pieces. Uncertain as I was for the reason for my being unable to connect with the plate's mystical energy, I feared to take it would mean imperiling both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn stronger than mine, yet I still worry for your fate were you to put it on. Look deep within yourself, Ny'ardbert. When you feel yourself ready, and only then, come speak to me again. That is hilariously close to 50. Alright, I do not feel my soul is ready. Let me go kill, like, a bird, and then I'll be ready. Bird! Witness my soul burn bright! Did I not get any experience with that? Am I too far high level? Alright, fine. You know what? I will just take this quest. I'm sure I will get the level up by the time it's finished. Alright, Gorge. I'm ready. Oh, this is 45! Never mind. I was worrying about it too much to begin with. You would truly seek the ultimate relic of my people. The armor that can consume the very soul of the most puissant warrior? Puissant? Pissant? I'm not sure the pronunciation, nor really its meaning. So, vocabulary corner with Nick. Thanks, future me. Very well. If you are truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be the one to stand in your way. But I beg of you, Ny'ardbert, the moment you feel yourself losing control and your inner beast overcoming you, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain or into the depths of the ocean, I care not. For once the beast consumes your soul, there is no going back. You will rage on, a monster, leaving naught but carnage in your wake. The realm will bleed and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. No, my people have been shunned long enough. I would see the coming of a new age, in which warriors protect the weak and are loved and admired by the people of the realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights spent poring over the ancient texts, all has been of this for this day. Brother, I know not where fate has led you, yet I feel certain that, in spirit, you stand with me today. Together we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiment, Ny'ardbert. As I said, this has been a long time coming. The breastplate you seek is in the highlands of Kirthus, at the spring they call the Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. The events in Wineport still weigh heavy on my heart. I will have to kill a creature or two on my way there, and that will get us to 50. Or I could intentionally not and get it in a more narratively satisfying way. Which, when I say it like that, is probably what I should do. Okay, I am there. I just need to go out that exit, and then basically do nothing. Oh. Oldhorn, the demon. I mean, he's probably not actually a demon. What is this called? Ogre. It's an ogre. With that, I am ready. Ooh, what's Storm's Eye? Fascinating. Okay, so it gives a way to get the damage buff without having to do the multi-target attack. Hand over the breastplate, Ny'ardbert. After much wrestling with the thought, I simply cannot entrust such a relic to an outsider who may be overwhelmed by its power. I return now to Hidden Falls. If you would have words with me, then come. I will not run away. I don't know why he thinks that... I don't know. I guess he's not planning to wear it, because he definitely seems less qualified to than we are. Like, part of me would have liked to have been able to say no there, but I guess that is sort of, like, would prove his point. Because that was the whole thing, that they would refuse to give up the power if it were too dangerous. Ny'ardbert, I'm sorry. I did not mean for things to happen like this, but I had no choice. I wrestled long and hard with the matter, but this is my decision. I do not trust you with this power, and I do not even trust myself. Aye, that's right. I won't attempt to don the plate again either. Nor will anyone. Not until I have proof that there is one with a will strong enough to withstand the beast's siren call. Peer deep within your soul, Ny'ardbert. Peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. Can you truly say that you can engage the monster in battle and engage victorious? Yes. I am at the previous level cap of warrior. There is currently no one more warrior than me. I shall return to the tome. If there are any answers to be found, they lie within those pages. In the meantime, continue your training that you might find an answer of your own. Oh. Oh, cool. So that's similarly to how we have the Inner Beast version for the melee. That's the AoE. Okay. Let's do a quick up down. Then let's do a cyclone there. Ny'ardbert, there is much we must discuss, but now is not the time. You surely recall my mention of the hunt for the bloodthirsty creature terrorizing the small folk. I've just received word that the selfsame monster has been sighted near Wineport. What is more, according to those who managed to escape the carnage, the creature appeared more man than beast. If this is true, then our quarry could be far more dangerous than any wild animal. We must find a way to stop it. I must find a way. This is my chance to prove to the people of Wineport, me, the world, that my tribe and my art have been wrongly judged. Perhaps then my ancestors will deem me worthy. I think even my brother would, too. There is no time to lose. We must arrive in the hamlet before any of the villagers fall prey to the beast. Let us leave at once. Alright. So not actually in the town, because it looks pretty peaceful over here. Idyllic, even. Oh, you're surrounded by raptors. Okay, I see the problem. Thank the gods for your presence. Wineport is in your debt once more. Fell creatures bear down upon our village in hordes, as if drawn by that great hairy beast. You must stop them. Ny'ardbert, you fend off these creatures. I will see to the beast. This is my battle to fight. This really does feel like this is a gorgeous story, and we're just sort of like here to undercut it and nothing else. It's the monster! It's the beast! Run for your lives! Stop! These people are not your enemy! The enemy lies within! You're stronger than this. Take control of the beast. Do not let it consume you. You're a little late, Gorge. Brother! Look what you are doing. You are destroying all that I worked to restore. The fate of our people rests in our hands, brother. Your weakness would cost us everything. I cannot let that happen. I will not. Our ancestors have chosen me to lead our people to glory, and no one shall stop me. No one. No one. No one. Gorge. It was I who unlocked the secrets of the Chronicles. I who trained you in their ways. I who uncovered the locations of the legendary artifacts. I who defeated my tribe's greatest warrior. I am the master now. I am the master. Return to me what is rightfully mine. Give me the armor. Or I shall tear it from your bloody corpse. Your strength is no match for mine, Ny'ardbert. I am the true warrior. I don't know where you got that idea, but alright. Am I supposed to touch me? Gotcha. In that case, I can keep DPS at him. Oh, there's two more. Am I supposed to be doing anything with these? Like, am I supposed to go and... Oh, they heal me. Okay, I only need to be doing that if I need to be healed. And I don't. That was trivial. I have failed. I failed you. I failed my people. I failed my ancestors. And I failed my own kin. I found out long ago what had become of my brother. I did everything I could to deny it. I thought that if only I could prove myself stronger than he, people would see his madness as the product of a weak mind. They would believe that the problem lay in him, not in our tribe. Yet all the while my own soul was growing weaker and weaker. The inner beast had taken hold and it would not let go. It drove me as it drove my ancestors, the keeper of the armor, and my brother. Our tribe had lost sight of who we were. In seeking ever more strength, we allowed ourselves to fall victim to that which we had long scorned in others as weakness. Instead of learning to harden our wills with resolve, we steeled them with anger, and therein lay our folly. Like a bonfire, anger burns hot and bright, but when the fuel that feeds it is spent, all that remains is ash. By accepting anger as our guide, we left our wills at the mercy of the inner beast. But not you. Your will is more akin to the lava which courses through the mountains of my homeland. It burns as strong, nay, stronger than any bonfire, and when it cools, it becomes hard and firm, unbreakable. This quality allows you to keep your inner beast at bay. My people were once as you are now, Ny'ardbert. I believe that is why my ancestors chose to speak to you. They sensed true strength within you, such strength as could rightly represent our people and our art. Had I but realized that myself, none of this need have happened. Well, what's done is done. If I'm to have any hope of restoring my people's name, I must start over from the beginning. And this time, I mustn't try to do it alone. It may take time, but together my brother and I will restore our village to its former glory. And when we have, I shall remember Ny'ardbert, my friend and fellow warrior, and how he saved me from myself that my dream might become reality. Happy to be part of your tale. Where's Richard's passive born witness to your bond with Curious Gorge? Wineport is in your debt once more, Ny'ardbert, and what is more, we have seen the truth with our own eyes. Pray tell Curious Gorge as much, that we will be relying on him for his protection. He is a true warrior, and our humble hamlet would be lost without his strength. I mean, he did go crazy and almost kill me, but okay, yeah, cool. I guess he reflected on it enough that it seems unlikely it'll happen a second time. Falls once again. Welcome back, Ny'ardbert. Despite all that transpired, the captain of Wineport would trust his village's defenses to me? I don't know what to say. It's been a long road, but thanks to you, I have rediscovered what I lost so many years ago. I will see to my brother's wounds, and once he is well, we will embark on the path of the warrior again, braving the lessons we have learned in our souls, never to be forgotten. Curiously, the moment I did avow this to myself, my soul crystal began to shimmer anew. I see yours too grow stronger than ever. It would seem my ancestors have once more bestowed their knowledge upon you. This power. Why, this is a power that I've only read about in the tomes. Nay, a power entirely beyond my comprehension. To think that I once doubted your resolve. No, you have truly conquered your inner beast, and become a truer warrior than I could ever hope to be. Now that you stand before me, the equal of my tribe's greatest heroes, ever steel your resolve, Ny'ardbert, and go forth into the realm and protect those who need your strength. With you representing us, the redemption of my people, the new era I seek, surely close at hand. I learned get mad. This includes the warrior quest for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you've done so, the next warrior quest will avail from Curious Gorge. Oh, right, yeah, you don't have to, like, buy Heavensward anymore. So it doesn't also have the, like, ew, you installed the Heavensward expansion. But cool. That's that. Wrapping up the warrior quests. And now we have the outfit from the trailer. We truly are the Warrior of Light, as we once were. That being said, they did give us a coffer, which I think is just a better version of it. So let's see that, if that's the case. Ooh. Okay, this is stronger, but I think I'm going to glamour it back to normal, because I like the original colors better. Because it is just different colors. This is edgier, but not quite as nice. Okay, well, I will end this recording here, and we will return to finish up the MSQ. See you soon, folks.